Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really know how to start off this video because I'm just going to be doing it straight through with no cuts or breaks of any sort. So, I know that this isn't a traditional video. I'm not going to be playing guitar. I'm not going to be answering random questions. Instead, I have one question in particular in mind to answer, and I've gotten a plethora of questions like this regarding how do I accept myself? Not me, but like I in the general sense. And I have actually put some thinking into my response here, and my thought on it is that the best way to deal with your own feelings and such is to just embrace it. Because no good ever comes from taking your emotions and stuffing them deep down inside of your gut until you don't feel anything anymore. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. It's an awful thing to do. Now, I know that isn't a realistic thing for most teenagers most of the time, or even for some teenagers some of the time, because as teenagers we're so emotionally charged that we may as well be a power plant for emotions. We could probably supply the entire world with emotions for the next billion years and not even make a dent in the emotional buildup that we have. However, it is important to embrace who you are. And the reasoning for that is we aren't going to be kids for very long. In the large scope of things, we're only kids for a small portion of our life. And most of us are at the point now where a lot of things are just locked in. Once you get to that age of 14, 15, 16, you can't exactly pick up a new sport and be great, or decide to, well, you can. Once you get to 17 or 18, you can't exactly decide to just turn your grades around. That stuff's final, and that stuff will affect you. Your decisions as a small child affected your decisions as a medium child, which then affected your decisions as a teenager, or not decisions, your outcomes as a teenager. And your decisions now will affect your life going all the way down the road. Teenagers fail to realize that we need to accept who we are, because after this we have no time to express ourselves. Once you get stuck in a cubicle job, or if you go into the military, you don't get to be an individual anymore. You're part of a huge machine. You're part of the assembly line that has to do the same thing day in, day out. It gets monologous? Sounds like a word. So yeah. When I look around at the people in high school, I see the kids who dye their hair wild colors get made fun of. I applaud them, because not only am I one of those kids who will occasionally go off and dye my hair, but you're expressing who you are. You are being who you want to be, and you're trying to shape your life to be what you want to see in the future. And I applaud you for that. I really do, because this is such a malleable time in our lives that there's nothing that will be able to stop you. It's an amazing thought. Same thing goes for the kids who decide to do Fortnite dances or something in public. You are doing what makes you smile. And I don't know about everyone else, but I think your smile is beautiful. I think that you look great with your smile. And overall, you just feel better. Now, I know that some of you are probably asking yourself, how do I, as an individual, accept my individuality? That answer's clear. What you gotta do, well, what I would like you to do, is just this a little mission for me. Humor me a little bit, because right now, you and me, we're having direct dialogue. There's no one else around you, no one else around me. You and I, we are having a intimate discussion, for lack of a better term. So, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the nearest mirror, okay? Go ahead, pause the video, do whatever you need to do, get to that mirror, and continue when you get there. I'll wait a few seconds just to give you some time. Now what I want you to do is I want you to look yourself in the eyes. I want you to put your chin up, square your shoulders a little bit, and look yourself in the eyes. And I want you to say these following words. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are needed. You are an individual. And above all, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how much I am kicked down by life and by people around me, I will get up and continue to be what makes me amazing. Now, I want you to repeat that message as many times as it takes for you to just start believing it. And I know a few weeks down the road you won't even remember this video. I know a few weeks down the road you won't remember having that discussion with yourself. However, while you may not vividly remember the words that you said or the thoughts that you had, the implications of what you just convinced yourself will last for years. It will ensure that you are able to look at yourself and smile because you are an amazing individual.